Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we've got another mod overview for you, and this one's a little bit special. As you can see, I've done a little more than just internal modifications. So we're going to start by covering the internal modifications and moving on to the electronics portion of it, and then on to the external, which you can see now, and then giving my overall opinion and performance of the blaster at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, as far as actual internal modifications, basic lock removal of the trigger lock that does not allow you to pull the trigger unless you have the rev switch activated, and the magazine lock, I think, where you can't pull the trigger unless there's a magazine located in the mag well. Those are pretty much all I did to the internals of it. Relubricated everything, made sure it's nice and smooth and working properly. As far as electronics go, I did quite a bit in that fact. Pretty much gutted the entire thing, replaced the motors with SolarBotics RM2 motors, which are really nice, and we'll get into those a little bit of an explanation at the end of the video. But replaced the motors with that, completely redid the whole entire circuit with my own wiring, so we got rid of any dead circuitry that wasn't needed. Got rid of all the electronic locks, removed all the little switches. The only switch left in was the one for the rev trigger. And then I also incorporated my fast de-rev technology, which basically makes it to where the motors decelerate in half the time that it normally takes them, due to a little bit of a trick I found with some of the older, or the Instrike Elite series motorized blasters. So, and we'll cover that again a little bit once I go ahead and show you guys. External modifications are pretty basic. I started off with a black vinyl dye base coat. Did that, I believe, 2 or 3 coats of that just to make sure it was nice and solid. I then went over the accents of the Nerf logos and the Rayven logo up here, as well as the Instrike logo at the top here, with Krylon Shortcuts Chrome. I used their paint pen, which is really nice for doing accessories or little tiny detailed stuff like this. I mirrored that on the other side again with the Nerf logo up here in the top, or in the back, excuse me, and then the Rayven at the top and the Instrike logo on the front of it as well. So, really like how that turned out. Then I covered it up and made sure to protect it with a matte clear coat. I believe I used Rust-Oleum's matte clear coat, which turned out okay. It was a really hot day when I sprayed it, so it gave it a more of a kind of a texture to it. It feels good in the hands, but it was not expected. I was kind of hoping for a little bit smoother look on it. My only kind of downfall to using matte is it kind of not deadens, but kind of takes the shine away from the chrome, which wasn't what I wanted to do, but I still think it turned out great. It looks pretty good. I'm definitely impressed. This is my first paint job, literally. I tested it out on some plastic before I did this, but really this is my first paint job, and overall I'm extremely happy with how it turned out. I left all the orange pieces that I had in here orange, which kind of gives it more of a toy feel to it, but also I think really gives a nice kind of caution feel. I don't know, I really liked how it turned out. The one thing I might change, if I can figure out, if I get the time to do it, is I might replace the black jam door with an orange jam door, which might just give it a little bit more flair. Other than that, I'm really happy with the orange on it. I feel it just leaves everything not only looking great, but gives it a smooth feel to it. You're not going to have any problems pulling the trigger or anything like that. It works really nice. You know, there's not going to be any catching because paint and stuff like that, and just really turned out really cool, I think, and I'm personally very impressed with my first one. I want to give a big shout out to Coop772 for the paint tutorials he's done in the past. That really helped me with this. I know some people might accuse me of copying him. I am. Honestly, I'm taking his ideas and his techniques, using some of the same paints he does. And the reason why I'm doing that is because for a first-time paint job, for it to come out looking this good, I really feel like it definitely helped, and I'm definitely going to be sticking to this kind of style painting. I really like how it applies. It's very easy to do, even for a first-time modder like me, as far as paints and schemes and stuff like that. It's very easy, and I really enjoyed doing it. Okay, so moving on to the SolarBotics RM2 motors. Basically what these motors are is they're a direct replacement for your stock motors. They basically fit in the exact same socket, no shell modifications needed, and you basically just slide them in, solder them together, make sure all the leads are connected and all that stuff, all your circuitry is done, and then you're able to get really good ranges and really good speeds on a stock voltage. With a stock voltage, I mean 4 AA batteries running at 1.5 volts, so your standard Duracells, Energizers, anything like that. So what that allows you to do is get better RPMs out of your motors, faster speeds of the motor spinning, and therefore getting better distances, without having to use special batteries like LiPos or truss fires or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and rev it up. And as you can hear, it's a little bit louder, but still very quiet for a modified blaster. Now, as you can hear, that was a very, very fast deceleration. Normally that takes about 5 to 6 seconds, but with the fast decel technology I've put into this, it takes 3 seconds. So what that allows you to do is to be a little bit more quiet on the field if that's your goal. You know, you don't have that long de-rev time where everybody knows where you are even though you're not ready to fire. So that really, really helps, and I feel is a great kind of addition to it. I know I call it fast decel technology. That's just my name. I've kind of come up with it to kind of help explain what's in it. I'm not going to go through how I did it and stuff like that, but it's very, very cool. I really like how it's been done so far, and I really do intend to incorporate this into all my electronic blasters. Now, with the Solar Robotics, like I said, you're getting great ranges. I'm getting around 50 to 75 feet. I would say almost closer to 60 to 70 feet flat with this, which is really, really nice. We'll go ahead and do a shooting video of it somewhere in here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the quick firing test here. I do apologize. The wind is quite bad out that way, especially once they get out of our little porch area here. So the ranges are going to be affected a little bit with that. But we're going to go ahead and fire them off and just kind of show you guys. Basically, to the end of my house, if you can see it, there's 50 feet. Past that is any more. My last range test I did, I was getting roughly about 65 to 70 feet flat. So we're going to go ahead and fire it again here. Again, this is a little bit below the camera, but that's where my shoulder is. So we're just going to go ahead and fire them off here. Once again, I apologize if they're crazy shots because of yeah, the wind once you get past this little wind block I've got here. So here we go. Okay, so I know you guys can't really see where those went past the little ledge there. The wind is really pushing them down, but I would roughly estimate those shots right there, even with the wind, we're getting an easy 50 feet. The length of this house is 50 feet, and it's shooting past that. So there you go, there's the shooting video. I'm getting really great ranges. Now those are estimated ranges on those, and it really depends. Right now it's a little bit windy, so we'll have to see what the video comes out like. But honestly, it's getting great ranges. You're getting better than elite ranges out of these, and it's a simple drop-in replacement. You're still running stock voltage, not having to run ultra fires or truss fires, any special batteries. Now you can run ultra fires and truss fires with Solar Robotic or the RM2 motors. However, it's a little bit risky because you can burn out the motors if you're not careful. You have to know what you're looking for, and honestly, I don't recommend it because there's a very good chance you will burn them out if you use it for over too long or something like that. They don't run well on overvolted, but for the stock voltage, they give you great increases. And obviously a really nice, quiet, I guess you could say, feel to the blaster itself. So that's pretty much it. My personal opinion, I'm really, really, really happy with how this come out. This is my first, like I said, my first paint job. I've done modifications in the past as far as electronics and stuff like that. That's nothing really new to me. But for paint jobs to come out this clean and this nice looking, I was impressed. I really impressed myself with it. Not necessarily just with my skill or anything like that, but how easy it was. It took a little bit of time. I probably have about 4 hours, 5 hours in this blaster, which isn't too bad. That's paint scheme, that's painting and everything, not counting times to dry or anything like that. But it just really came together really well. Once you've done so many electronic blasters, you get to where you can pretty much figure out all your circuitry and stuff like that really easy. So it's just really came together. I'm very impressed with how it performs, getting great ranges, getting that quietness, which is kind of a key thing to me, which I really, really like. And overall, I'm definitely impressed with how it come out. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below or on the Facebook page. Hit the subscribe button and like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. I have more information on this blaster in the description box below, as well as a possible sale link if it's still for sale. I'll leave that down there. If the link's not there, it's not for sale yet, okay? So it's either sold or not for sale, depending on when you're watching this video. But if it is there, go check it out. And I have details, again, in the description box below. So don't need to leave me comments. If it's not there, it's not for sale yet. You know, it is going to be in the past. If you're watching this within the first week, it will still be coming up for sale here soon. But if you're watching it after the first week or two, it might be gone. So thanks, everybody. Have a great day.